We're here to look at some of our favorite freshman running backs from the 2023 recruiting class. And today we're going to be looking at Treyaun Webb from Florida. We're going to look at the highlights. We're going to look at his profile. But before we do this, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're covering prospects all the way up to the start of the season. And then when training camp comes, we're going to be covering clips from some of your favorite rookies, players, whatever we can find. Of course, we got a lot in the backlog from minicamp, also covering workout clips from what we find from some of your favorite players. So you're going to need to hit that subscribe button right now. John Cena's watching, making sure you do that back there, so you better get it done. But looking at Treyaun Webb here, going to look at his 247 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, if that's what you care about, fast forward a little bit, promise you will get there. Looking at his size here, 6'1", 205. This was listed a bit ago, so he could be a little bit thicker. That's one thing I want to point out. Ratings here, rankings, RB20 in the composite, RB17 in the initial rankings for 247 Sports. Crystal ball predictions. As of late, we haven't been getting much on that side, but Penn State, Oklahoma, Florida, some big schools there. That is important because it looks like we had a market. 46 offers. With him being ranked so low, RB20 and 17 and getting that many offers, it tells us the market thought a lot higher of him. Florida, Penn State, South Carolina, Georgia, Oklahoma. So the market felt higher than the rankings, it looks like, because everybody wanted this dude, because we've had guys ranked ahead of him who had like 25 offers, 26 offers, maybe low 30s. He's got 46. It's pretty high up there. That's pretty high up there. 11.26, 100 meters. That's in 2021. That's a bit ago. Could be faster. 11.26 is on the slower end from what we've seen on these top tier running backs, but it's not slow either. So we're just going to have to look at the highlights. And these players get faster over time. Usually the jump from high school to the end of college, you see immaculate change in speed, especially when you get to the NFL Combine. So you really got to be open-minded with these players. A methodical runner that can make people miss and shed tackles, has contributed on the varsity level since he was in 8th grade. Oh my. Florida's top private school programs. So going up against decent competition is what that sounds like. Does a nice job using his initial burst to hit the hole. Finds green grass, has enough wiggle. So it looks like we got size, wiggle, and burst from what we're seeing. Effective stiff arm. Hard to bring down. So a lot of good stuff. Explosive. Going to get more explosive after lifting weights in college. Yeah, that happens. That's part of being a prospect. Expect a lot of these running backs to add more size. He's probably added some size already. Let's see here. Single back attack has shown on the offseason circuit that he can be more than just a check down option, so he can catch the ball in the backfield. Like to emerge as a multi-year contributor for a Power 5 team. Let's see here. So a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff to talk about with this guy and his game. I'm excited to see the tape and the highlights. It looks like he was very productive. 900 yards, 10 scores in his final 4 games of the season 2021, 2020, 6.3 yards per carry. Solid. Dad played in the NFL, also was a 5-star cornerback. His grandfather played wide receiver at FSU in the early 80s. Early 80s? Wow. That just did not seem too long ago for a grandfather. But here we are. Florida, Penn State, South Carolina. Again, we got some size. We're up on the rankings. Big thing to note here, 46 offers. 46 offers. Everybody wanted him. Let's see why. But looking at the highlights, let's see what's going on with Treyaun Webb here. If I'm saying it right, correct me in the comment section below. You're all welcome to let me know any tidbits you know about this guy as well, especially you Gator fans. This is our first Gator we're covering. Looks like we have more than enough speed. That's all I care about because we need everything else. Boom, hits the hole. Assertive. Got a little wiggle. I can see that. One cut downhill on that run. Could be more. Let's see. Moves laterally well. Good stiff arm. Look at the thickness. He's thick. He's thick. He might weigh more than what's listed. Thick legs, too. Good balance. Moves around. I get it. I get it, what they're saying about the speed and stuff. But he's got more than enough. It's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Let's see if he gets tracked down. Let's see if he gets tracked down. I don't see him getting tracked down here. They're closing the gap. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Unhitched the trailer, young man. But honestly, fast enough. And at this part of the rankings, you got everything else, it looks like. Hits the hole. Hits the hole. Pull away, son. Pull away, son. More than fast enough. That's good enough for me. Again, how I rate these guys, you're either burner, more than fast enough, or slow. We haven't had a slow guy yet. We had a guy that got caught from behind multiple times on a short highlight clip. He's pulling away. The guy had a good angle. I say he's all right. I say he's all right on the speed. I'm not too worried about the verified time on the track. And he's also got some size to him. He's thicker. He looks like he weighs more than what's listed. That's one thing I want to say. And he moves well for that size. Here we go. We're going to hit that edge. There we go. And he's going to Florida, so he should get some opportunity to move up the depth chart there. This is the first Florida player we've looked at through this series, looking at running backs and wide receivers. I might have to look at some other positions because a lot of people are talking about that. Boom. He does have some burst. Bam! Hammer. He does have some burst. I think he's more than just a power back. Look at that. Change directions. Look at that. Spins off. Here we are. Hits that edge. Gets to the side. Scores. Here we go. We got that crease. Look at him go. Look at him go. Speed. Look at size. It meshes well. Size adjusted speed is what's important. Boom. Reads everything well. Follow the momentum of his blockers. Rid the hats. Kicked it out. In the backfield catches the handoff. Up the gut. Good vision. We got good vision. Pull block, I think. I wasn't paying attention. Hits the outside. Here we go. Boom. More a puller. They like to run them pulls. Reads off the pull block. Another pull, 55. Reads off of it. There we go. There we go. Hits it. Explosive in the second level. Boom. Hits it again. He's a hard guy to take down. Once he's going, he's going. It's going to be a fun one. Fun one. Florida's got a fun one here. Let him develop in the system here. He could be a guy giving you some production. I look for these guys more for the NFL level too, for Devy Fantasy Football. I see a guy's got some size. He can pound it between the middle. Also, they said he's looking good, catching passes on the 7-on-7s and stuff. So that's a good thing to note. More speed than what was advertised in the description. And not a burner, but fast enough, more than fast enough, which is what I like. But size adjusted speed is what really matters, because you got to be thick in the pants and still move downfield, which is what he does. And that's what you want to see. A lot of these guys who are burners are a little bit smaller in the pants. So I like a guy that can deliver the boom at the point of contact, but also beat you on the wiggle, and then also like get downfield and has that burst. Once you hit the second level of the defense, you can tell he has a good vision, a good flow of what's going on around him, can read momentum of the defense and his blockers instantly and just move with it without thinking. That's one thing. Everything just flows well with this dude. And you know what? If he develops, does well at Florida, you can see him getting some good production on Saturdays, being a key contributor, and from there's whatever it is, what happens, projecting him from the long-term NFL level for Devy Fantasy Football. This guy's thick in the pants. He looks like he's got some size-adjusted speed, good vision. So a guy you may want to think about here on the long term. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him because he's a fun guy to watch. But Treyaun Webb is a player that you're going to see on Saturdays. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. And I'll catch you on the next video.